Hi peeps, it's Coach Darnay here, coming to talk to you about legacy. In the idea of preserving yourself and preserving your gifts and preserving the things that you have brought to this world and passing them on to other people. That's my idea of legacy. And this morning I woke up after a phenomenal conference yesterday, just thinking about legacy. One of the speakers at the conference actually talked about how she's building a business to leave to her daughter to either sell if she wants to sell or build it to be something else and work it as her own. And actually it was ironic because that's what I've been doing or talking about doing for a very long time. And the shoe business, my Dawn's Fashion Passion website, that will be up and running. Well, it's actually up and running now, but will be actually up and running fully in the next 3 weeks, is all about legacy. It's all about transferring parts of myself to my nieces and my nephews, to my son and my upcoming grandchildren whenever that happens. And I'm actually looking at making a difference in the world for them and for their children and for their children's children, so that they can actually either sell it and keep it and keep it and use it and grow and make it into whatever they want it to be when I'm gone, or they can actually, and they will be working in the business with me too, to kind of, start the flow of when it's time to transition, for them to transition into whatever it is that they want to do. But also for me to actually be able to give something of value to them that won't know me. And then I think about legacy in terms of making my mark on the world and impressing upon people as much of the things that I've been given to impress upon them as possible, nonstop, unapologetically. So those two ideas bring me down to the idea of actually doing the things that I love, so that I can pass that love on to the people that I love. So even though there are people in this world that I will never meet, the videos that I've done, almost 100 now, are out there for posterity. They're out there for people to literally use and grow from forever. And that's powerful to me in terms of legacy. The books that I'm writing, the speeches that I'll give and record and have available for purchase and for download on different websites that I have, they will all be a part of my legacy. That for me, giving the things that I'm supposed to give to the world, me being a worship leader is absolutely a part of legacy. It's actually legacy that started from my father and from his parents, and possibly from his parents' parents. But it's a generational legacy that's been passed on to me by my dad and by his parents and by my mom's dad, because they were all singers. They were all minstrels. My father was minister of music for many, many years in different places all over the country. And that mantle has now fallen on me. So the idea of being able to pass on the things that make you you to the people who are around you. My nieces, Tanaya, great niece, oh my gosh, she can sing. My niece Diamond, oh my gosh, she can sing. Bryn, my niece Bryn, they can all sing. My artistic talents of being an interior designer and an entrepreneur, man, they all have the ideas of being able to grow and move and flourish in their own space, their own way. The things that I do right now are living examples for them of what is to come for them. That's what legacy is about. So when I think about legacy and when I think about how to make legacy work in the Life in 4G movement, I think about how to place it together for you so that you will actually be able to carry on for yourself. So here for yourself, for the generations beyond you. Because the other thing that I've figured out about life is that life has absolutely nothing to do with me and everything to do with what I was put here to do, to bless other people. to be a part of other people's lives. So no matter how many businesses I start, they are all legacy for my family and for their family and for their friends and for however many people are actually employed by us. That is legacy in action. For the idea of you creating legacy in your life, here's what I want to pass on to you. Find the passion that creates your desire, that you never want to stop doing. And give that away as much as you possibly can in however many forms it takes. And by give it away, I don't mean it always has to be free, but it always has to be available. It always has to be tangible, usable, accessible to people who may not normally be able to get it. Like, how many of you actually got the abundance principles before I opened them up and made them available to you? That's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. I'm talking about truly leaving something behind that actually makes a difference in other people's lives. Mother Teresa, she got it. Oprah, she got it. Bill Gates, he got it. Henry Ford, Thomas Alva Edison. I mean, we would not have cars in America because cars were already in Germany, because Benz was the first car ever, not Ford. But beyond that, beyond Mr. Benz actually putting the car together, when Henry Ford came over here with his idea of making his electronic horse run, Mercedes-Benz was on the other side of the world, and they weren't talking. And they weren't chatting. There was no Facebook. There was no Twitter. There was no phone. There was no telegraph even when that idea was birthed on two different sides of the world. But it has become legacy for many generations of Fords, for many generations of Benz, for many generations of people who have benefited by the ingenuity that they inspired the rest of us to do. So now they're not the only ones who think about building cars. They have students in high school that put together programs that build cars. They inspired industries all over. And that is the legacy that they left behind. For you, what will your legacy be? What have you chosen as your thing? I mean, that you will do in your sleep, that wakes you up in the middle of the night, that gives you the charge to continuously go. What are those things? Because those are the things that are the easy ways to build your legacy. So if that's just writing poetry, Nikki Giovanni is a very, 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 very famous poet. So is Maya Angelou. And all they did was decide to put pen to paper and never stop, so that they can leave something behind for other people to enjoy and grasp on. So what do you have to do? Are you Edgar Allan Poe? Are you William Shakespeare? Are you Michelangelo? Are you Donatello? Are you Leonardo da Vinci? Are you Napoleon Hill? Are you a writer? Are you a thinker? Are you one of the next greatest Dale Carnegies, the thinkers that can literally pull an idea apart, put it together, put it on paper, and push it out to trillions of people? See, Dale Carnegie was the richest man in the world, but the richest gift that he left was not his money. It was the knowledge that he gave Napoleon Hill to be able to run out and give that knowledge to billions of people. That's how many people have read and enacted Think and Grow Rich. So when I'm talking to you about legacy, I'm talking to you about something that's truly greater than you and your box. I'm talking about something that literally propels your essence out to the universe and allows the universe to make it do what it do. And that is what legacy is really about. So when I'm thinking about legacy, when I'm thinking about building something that's beyond me, that's bigger than me, I think about, the first thought is always, oh my God, I can't do it. It's so big, I can't do it. That's always the first thought. I don't know one human being who hasn't had to get past the idea that it is too big. It's bigger than me, and it frightens me to go beyond what I know. That's really what that is. When you get all the way down to it, it's I don't know how to do this. So because I don't know how to do this, it's too big for me and I become afraid. But the truth of the matter is all you need is some training in the right areas. And you'll get the training because the saying goes, the teacher it appears when the student is ready. So you start with your legacy right where you are. You start with your idea right where you are, right here, right now, today. And from there, you move on. From there, you build something. From there, you create the next generation of life that ripples in the continuum because you did your part. Legacy is also not about just you in the sense of you and your gift. Legacy is about you creating the next part of who you are so that the next person that picks up and gets it can literally create what they are from what you did and what you were. There's a scripture in the Bible that says write the vision and make it plain so that when you post it up on a wall, the person who comes behind you can see it, read it, understand it, and run with it. So your legacy is absolutely you writing it down, getting it plain as day, like plain potato chips, like it's just potatoes and grease and frying and that's it. Like literally that plain. And then from that plain, you put it up. You post it. You make it visible. You make it available. Me putting up my videos is posting the vision for everybody else to take bits and pieces of it. Whatever they see that they grab that makes them who they are so that they can run with it however they need to run. That's legacy. That's the importance of you thinking beyond, this is my money. This is my time. This is my talent. This is my stuff. Yeah, it's yours. But the person who buried their talent in the ground in the Bible, they didn't fare so well when it came to them actually checking in the talent and actually talking to God about what they did and how they blessed the people with the talents that they had. How they actually grew their talent. It's really what it was about. How do you grow your talent? How do you make your talent affect something that can affect other people? So it's not about you. It's not about making your stuff work. Legacy, not about making your stuff work just for you, I should say. Legacy is about making your stuff work for you so that it works for the rest of the people. You get it down yourself. Yeah, you can't bless everybody else if you haven't understood the full power of the blessing that you have. If you haven't created the systems that you need to create that we've been talking about forever with the with the life that you're trying to live. If you haven't actually accepted who you are and loved yourself enough to really get beyond the hurt and stood in the mirror and did all that stuff, no, legacy won't work for you. If you don't do the work that you need to do on your side before you start putting it out there. But once you put it out there, baby, it goes on and on and on and on and on. And that's the beauty of it. So today I encourage you to stop, write the vision of your legacy. Plain. Don't make it hard. Make it easy. Do the dumbed down dummies version of your legacy. And put it up. Because that's what will make it easier for you to run. And when your kid gets it, that's going to make it easier for them to run too. And when their kid gets it, tweaks it a little bit, makes it plain, that's going to make it easier for them to run too. And when the world sees it, they can actually run too. That's why Life in 4G, because Life in 4G is easy. It's living in God, the best way you know how, connecting to spirit, connecting to all things that make you the spiritual being in this human experience, right? Living a life of giving everything that you can possibly give to the world. Living a life of gratitude, being grateful for all that you have and all that you are, living a life of absolute servitude because you are so grateful for every part of your life and living a life unapologetic in your greatness. And that is so plain as just shining your light as brightly as it can shine and never dimming it for anybody else. That's why life in 4G. That's why greatness. That's why. So, life in 4G, again, is all about leaving the legacy behind for other people to run after you. So, live in God, peeps. Live a life of giving, live a life of gratitude, and live unapologetically in your greatness. Leave a legacy behind because it is all that you have to leave the thumbprint of your life on the rest of this world.